I know it's past Mother's Day on Sunday, but Mother's Day is every day. In fact, it's just one day to commemorate, but every day should be a Mother's Day, and don't wait for only that particular day to show appreciation and your love and your respect for your mom or mothers out there. Okay, so I spend the day by myself, yeah, because my son is not with me. My son is in Australia, but he did call me yesterday just to wish me happy Mother's Day, and we talked for a while. We had a good conversation, and I think with today's technology, it's good that even though we are not in the same country, we are still being able to connect with people we love. Yeah. So I would like to share with you about this very special gift that I gave myself, in fact, for Mother's Day, and I actually get it in a form of a set like this. Okay, this is what is called the Precious Florals. Okay, I'm gonna just let you know how I'm gonna use this and how I'm going to teach my mom how to use this, because I also gifted my mom this set of Precious Florals, as I believe this is one of the best gifts, more than just fresh flowers, which I think now this year we aren't even able to do that in a way like we used to do before. But if you're gonna give fresh flowers, after less than a week the flowers will wither and they'll die, and then that's it, money gone down the drain, literally go down the drain. But if you were to give her this set of oils that is from the flowers, can be from Blue Lotus, right? The Blue Lotus you see here, I'm going to tell you a little bit more, from Magnolia, all right? From the Magnolia, which is the second bottle here, and from Neroli. Neroli is from the orange, bitter orange tree, and also the Jasmine, which I've talked so much about it last week, and even the roses. They are all presented in this set of 5 oils. It's very important that we never neglect to spend time in nature, because we are humans and we are living creatures in this world. The concrete jungle we built ourselves in is actually not a very not the place that you want to keep yourself contained all day long, all your life through. You should in fact spend more time in nature, get that grounding, be in touch with all the things that you can see that is living and breathing, and not just the inhabitants in the building, right? Because nature has such power to help us heal from inside, from within. Why are we not accessing the power of nature that God so gifted us? Why are we doubting and not using our intuition to access all these gifts that is from the earth? What man has created is not as powerful as what God has created for man, and they are found in nature. And so today I want to teach you about these precious floral oils that I have given myself as a Mother's Day present, as well as my mom. And for all the mothers, you should actually be able to get a set as well before it runs out, okay? Because it was launched last month. And I'm so glad that it's still available from US. In Singapore, it's completely sold out. All right, the Singapore market is completely sold out. But I've checked in Australia, it's still available. In US, it's still available. So you don't want to miss the opportunity of not having these sets of essential oils that I find that is going to help the mother in the family to perform and to do so much more. And it's a reward. In fact, it will help your mom if you are able, or your wife, or even your daughter who is a mom, to access these floral oils to help in so many levels in their life. Let me just talk one oil at a time. Okay, so let's begin with the magnificent oil of, you got it? Blue Lotus. Blue Lotus is a very rare form of majestic flower that is like purple bluish color. Okay, so it's like blue purplish color with a bright yellow center. Okay, so this is actually not found in places that is cold, but more in Southeast Asia, like in our countries where the climate is warmer. And I believe Thailand grew a lot of these blue lotus for their essential oils that you can see as in blue lotus. Now, what is so powerful about blue lotus compared to other essential oils is that, first of all, it's very rare. So, and the yield is so little, so you need a lot of all these petals to even get yourself into a bottle, right? So if you're going to get yourself into this bottle like this, then it's important that you understand why you need to get it before it's too late, because of all the 5 essential oils I'm going to talk about, all the 4 is available as an order you can make in in actually all the 10 ml roller bottles, right? 10 ml roller bottles. You can buy it separately. So once you finish it, you want to buy some replacement, you can, but not for Blue Lotus. Blue Lotus is so rare that doTERRA don't even have enough to offer it as a long as part of the inventory in doTERRA. So in April and May, I've been like buying on my accounts and on a couple of accounts just for this. This is something I know is going to run out and I won't be able to get my hands on these precious Blue Lotus. So I do stock up for many months of usage. Now I'm going to talk to you about Blue Lotus, because Blue Lotus is actually the oil of dreams. You see, as mother, or maybe as a woman, before you get married and you settle out and you have your children, I believe you have many dreams that you want to fulfill as a person in life, right? But once you get married and all the things in life that requires your time takes the front seat, especially when you have children. And I know this happens to me as well. When my son was born, it's like the full attention is focused on my son, and I have to work as well at that time, and so I have a lot of things to juggle with. So many times when I have dreams that I want to fulfill, it has to go to the back seat, and I never got to fulfill what I needed to do or what I wanted to manifest in my life. So I would like to reach out to mothers out there. Do not let this hold you back, because sometimes if by using an oil, which is the oil of dreams, can reignite the dreams in you while you are still able to, and you still have the time to help yourself fulfill those dreams, then use more of this lotus. Because the Blue Lotus essential oil, like in any of the florals oils that we have, is very good for the skin, because of the chemistry component in this Blue Lotus, which a high component is called the squalene in its chemistry composition. It is excellent for retaining moisture and also keep the skin hydrated. You see, as we grow older, as we grow older, and as we let a lot of stress and inflammation fill us in our daily lives, we tend to forget and neglect the skin condition. And many times it will become drier and drier because maybe you forgot to kind of take care of the skin part and you forgot to hydrate it. And if you use any kind of chemical substances that's not natural and all that, sometimes it has side effects as well, and you end up having worse skin than you had before. But Blue Lotus is a very gentle oil. It is something that you would like, that this is what I do on a daily basis, because Blue Lotus is very good to hydrate the skin. You can apply after you wash your face, okay? After you wash your face, you just dab it on the fingertips like this, right? and then you apply it under your eyes. Okay, this is where a lot of women age very fast, and their eyes will tell their age because there will be a lot of crow's feet here, and there will be a lot of fine lines. So after washing your face, it's good to actually target on this area. In fact, if you target on this area like the T-zone and all that, it will help keep the balance of the sebum level of your skin, so that it will not excessively produce all the oil that clogs your pores. So this is an oil that will not clog your pores. Now, because of its price and its rare nature of getting it, all these oils offered, which is precious, right? They are all pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil, which is a very good medium where it reduce the skin sensitivity, so that you can apply it without having to feel that your skin may be sensitive to these oils. But these are very gentle oils. So Blue Lotus will be something you want to apply here, and apply on all over your face, if you can, all over your face. Before you sleep, put it behind your neck, all right, and put it behind the back of your neck, behind your ears. Inhale it. It's such a gentle floral green notes that you find very unusual, very exquisite. So Blue Lotus is the oil I cannot buy if it runs out. So I bought multiple of these, just make sure that I have my inventory, stocked up. Okay, so don't ask me if you want to have a set. Okay, go and buy your own set. Now, the other thing that I want to share with you in this set is the other oil that is Magnolia. Okay, what is Magnolia? Why is Magnolia special? Magnolia, as you can see, this flower, it's actually open up like it's like in its full blossom. You look at it, it's like so beautiful, so elegant, and so graceful. So what is this oil about? This is an oil of femininity. It brings the softer side in you that it exudes that state that you want to transcend down to people who meet you for the very first time, and to experience that grace, that kind of demeanor that you have, like a Grace Kelly. Okay, like a Grace Kelly. So I would actually apply Magnolia. Smell it first. This is a very, very nice smell. I love Magnolia because Magnolia help you to access the softer side of you. You see, even if you are a woman, sometimes you can be quite the opposite, the masculine type of person, and you are strong-willed, you are very adamant about doing things your way. If not your way, is the highway, and so it may come across as a bit off-putting for many people. But if you use Magnolia, it can help to soften you, in a sense that people accept you because you have a side of you that make them feel like they are being loved. So what is it about Magnolia that is very important for moms? It is actually, it helps this to have that self-love, this to actually love yourself more. See, as mothers, we tend not to give ourselves the time to actually do things that we want to do. We always give out our time to our family, to a spouse, to mothers, to your parents or in-laws, etc. And you never had that time alone to love yourself. I know of a lot of women friends who do not love themselves enough, and so when they go through their lives and they put their family first, they forgot about themselves, and they get their whole physical look become more aged, and they never reverse their aging process. They don't care because all their efforts and energy and focus goes into people in the family that they are supporting. So the Magnolia helps you to ignite back the self-love you need to have for yourself. If you don't love yourself, you will not have enough to give out to people in the long run that you love. So please always set aside the time to love yourself, and loving yourself could be doing things that you always wanted to do in your own, set yourself a time during the day that you call it's your me time. Okay, it's my me time. So if it is my me time, forget about the rest. Just do what I want to do. If it is reading a book, if it is making something that I like, or doing something I like, or writing a journal and all that I like, then that would be my me time. And when you are doing this, apply more onto your heart, okay? And inhale it. Put it nearer to your nose, behind here, because whatever goes into your skin go into your bloodstream. And of course, Magnolia has very high level of linalool. In fact, it's about 71% of linalool, which is double of that of lavender. So if you are someone who struggles with sleep, if you know that lavender is something that is good for the skin, and if you know that you need to access the oils that can reduce stress and that hypertension in you, Magnolia, because essential oils like lavender has been known throughout the whole, throughout, and so popular for helping with sleep, addressing stress, relieving stress, and also inducing sleep. Magnolia can do that with very, very high power as well, because it has the chemistry that is double of that of lavender, so that you don't miss out on one of the 3 oils that I need to help you understand. Neroli is from the bitter orange tree, and it's from the blossoms. It's distilled from the blossoms, all right, of these floral petals. And so what is associated with Neroli is purity. It's the purity that actually allows us to be on our higher self and forget about all the other negative things that people talk about and say about, or that the things that you keep putting ingrained into your brain and into yourself all life long, that you're not good enough, you're bad and stuff like that. But Neroli cleans up all these negative thoughts. Neroli is an oil that let us know that a higher power out there that you can directly manifest your communication through a different space. So it can actually manifest your deepest aspirations and have the higher power in you to carry things out. So we talk about having the first oil, which is the oil of dreams, which is Blue Lotus. So if you have the oils of dreams, you start reigniting the dreams you have forgotten long time ago, or you start having new dreams that will be able to help you know what your purpose is on earth is going to be for the rest of your life. So you want to have this dream, and the dream has to be big, because if you can dream big, you're going to achieve big things. So never minimize your dreams to something that even if you don't do much, you can get it. You must dream big, so that even if you fall short a little bit of that dream, you're still reaching out somewhere high. You aim high, okay? So that is Blue Lotus. And then when it comes to having Magnolia helps you to bring out the femininity in you, to draw that feminine power to connect with people using the softer angle of you and softer side of you to convince and to persuade people who are shut down, right? Then you use oils like Neroli to know and manifest your dreams, so that you know that you have the purity of the heart, the intentions are good, and that you have that purpose to help more people in your life to be who they can be and the best version of themselves. So now, how is Neroli very different from the rest of the oils? In fact, I tell you, every single oil is good for the skin. But of course, they have different chemistry that it differs. That's the beauty of it. So some chemistry have a certain impact on the skin that reduce the wrinkles from forming. Some have the ability to hydrate. Some have the ability to actually build up the matrix on the skin so that they be tighter and closing up the pores and all that. And Neroli, it's such an oil that is also able to do just that and make your skin glow and be much better in terms of having the collagen level always being replenished by your body producing it, because Neroli has the ability to stimulate more collagen production inside yourself. I don't believe in eating collagen, you know. I don't believe in ingesting things with collagen in that sense to kind of create. I prefer collagen to be made from the body, all right? So but of course, if you can drink, you can get collagen from bone broth, etc. That's good. But I don't believe in taking synthetic stuff or chemicals and just put it in your body like this. I don't like it. I prefer to stimulate the body to produce collagen, the actual one. Now I'm going to talk about the other oil that I've talked to you before, and that is jasmine, right? Jasmine is the king of flowers. So to me, something that brings out the masculine side of you would be the oil of jasmine, because jasmine gives you the courage, the confidence to do what you want to do, right? To help you with achieving your dreams, to have a higher power with that, all the intentions that you have, and you know that you love yourself enough to do it for yourself. And eventually, when you are good in what you do, don't you think you impact your family as well? In other words, if you do not neglect yourself, you are going to find more potential in helping people you love and you serve, right? So go with self first, because you can control yourself. You can't control your children, you cannot control your spouse, you cannot control anybody outside you, but you can control yourself. So jasmine's gift is something that helps you, inspires you, motivate you to have the courage to get yourself out in the world out there, to tell people who you are, what you represent, what your purpose is, so that they will be able to do great things. So to me, jasmine, of course, again, is great for the skin. It's good as a relaxer. It's used for a woman who is about to give birth, to stimulate the baby to come out. So pregnant women don't use it when you're pregnant, okay, for jasmine in that sense, because it's more like having to help you get your baby out when it's time to get out during the labor time, okay? Labor, when you are going into labor, you're wanting to get your baby out, this is what jasmine can do to help you. Now, jasmine, of course, I've mentioned that in my previous training, so I'm not going to indulge too much. As you know, that jasmine is actually is a very low yield oil, so you need like 20,000 petals to get into a 5 ml bottle of neat oil. Okay, so it's very, very hard to it's going to be very expensive if you were to think about having 20,000 petals inside, but and that's why it cannot be extracted through steam distillation. Jasmine and Blue Lotus is being extracted through solvent extraction, okay? Solvent extraction, and that's a 2-step process, so that it will be able to get out the oils from these delicate petals. Okay, so let's go, let's do that. And then I'm going to go through rose. Rose is the queen of oils. Now, rose is about divine love, you know, it's about divine love. So when you have rose that in fact help with anything you know, that transcends down with love and everything, it conquers everything, it conquers all difficulties. And rose is an oil for healing the heart. Anything that has been damaged emotionally, any past traumas and any past kind of negative impact that you have in your lives, you can use rose to help you heal, right? You can do that. And rose is my favorite. I mean, it's no whatever. Everybody knows Elizabeth loves rose, okay? So why do I like rose? Because in order to get a 5 ml bottle, the neat bottle, I have a couple of them. I've been using rose for a long time. And I have another 10 bottles in my office. And each bottle costs about easily $418 if you're a member. $416 if you're a member, Sing dollar. And if you're in US, it's almost close to 290 USD if you are a member. If you're not a member, it's 25% more. Okay, so this is powerhouse for many people who doesn't know that roses is going to be able to help with so many things. Refer to my previous sharing and you will get more detail. So I'm just going to tell you it's the Queen of Oils. It's of divine love, and it is something that help you heal your heart and help you heal from all the pain that you have in the past. Okay, so rose, of course, is another oil that I apply on a daily basis. That's why when people say, Liz, what do you do to your face? What do you do to your complexion? I have to tell you, I apply oils on my face and on my complexion, not just topically after I finish washing my face and use essential skincare from doTERRA. I also apply all these on my face. I mean, if all these are good for the skin, I will apply all these on my skin, right? So this will help hydrate, to replenish the cells and all that. Honestly, I have to tell you that because of what I've been doing, I start seeing results, okay? And a lot of friends tells me so. So this afternoon, before I end off, I want to show you how to use this precious florals in the way that can help you do a lot of things that you want to do to bring out the you that you want to show everyone, the whole world, to see. I want you to use all these 5 oils in this way. So starting with the Blue Lotus, and then second will be the Magnolia, and then the third will be the Neroli, positioned in such a way, okay? And then the fourth one is Jasmine, and the fifth one is Rose. So I'm gonna teach you a breathing technique that you do on a daily basis if you can. If you do it on a daily basis for 30 days, I believe you're going to see transformation in yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, even financially at the end of the day. It will be the outcome that you see. Trust yourself, trust your instinct. I'm not giving you something that I don't believe myself. I'm doing what I do on a daily basis to help myself know how to be a better person each and every day. So open up all these bottles, okay? Open up all these bottles and put them in the order from Blue Lotus, then you have your Magnolia, then Neroli, and you have your Jasmine, followed by last Rose, okay? This is what you do. The 1-4-2 breathing techniques that I've learned recently from Sang Lui, and also through some of the other friends that has been doing it. This is what I will teach you how to do. First of all, make sure your hands are all cleaned up and washed and clean, right? So the first oil, pick this first oil, which is the Blue Lotus, and I want you to just roll it onto your palm of your hands. Can you see that? Just roll it, right? Oh my God, it smells so good. So you just gently do this, and when you breathe in, because of the time factor, I don't want to take too much time on this. 1-4-2 is actually the ratio of inhaling and holding your breath and exhaling. So 1 means take a deep breath, like 1 deep breath, 1 count, and then hold for 4 counts. So when after you take this deep breath, you hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and then you breathe out 2 counts, okay? And you can do it in multiple times depending of how long you have to do this, okay? If you set yourself a time in the evening when all things are settled before you sleep, you can multiply by 3 times. So 142 means that times 3 means that you can take a deep breath, 3 counts, hold it for 12 counts, and let out this for 6 counts. Okay, so that's how 142 breathing techniques is like. So I like you to take a deep breath, two counts. Okay, so after you have done this, you do it 2-3 times for each oil, because the oil is still on your palms of your hands. So you do at least 3 times like this. You know, do that one more time. Okay, so at least 3 times. Then you repeat it with the oil of Magnolia. Apply on your palms of your hands and inhale again. Okay, do this, and you go through the entire 5 oil collection. All right. Okay, repeat this 3 times, and after that you go through your jasmine, okay, and finally rose. Make sure you repeat 3 times, if not you have very oily hands, oily palms. Okay, what do you do with the rest? Behind your neck, behind your ears, on your hair. Another tip I heard from Carrie Donegan, one of my US leader. She said that if you use Blue Lotus on your scalp, which is great for your scalp, you can roll on your scalp, you won't have too much gray hair. So we are on COVID, we cannot color our hair, right? Grays are showing. So apply more on the area where more grays are showing and see if it works, okay? Anyway, this is what she says, and I'm gonna try. I'm a vein pot, right? So let's try it and see if it works, okay? So yeah, so this is my training for you today, and I'd like you to use it like this and teach your friends, your girlfriends who are mothers, or your sisters, or your mom, which I'm gonna teach her once once I'm able to spend longer time with her, which because I'm not staying with her, I couldn't do so. So I just want to wish everybody, I hope you had a great Mother's Day celebration, but Mother's Day celebration should not be just on once a year, right? You should always celebrate yourself as being a mom, because you are really the pillar of the home and pillar for your children and even for your spouse. So it's important that you have something that can help you dream big, all right? That's important. Something that can access your femininity and love yourself more. And you have something that will allow you to have the pure intentions of doing good, something higher than yourself, because anything that you do for others will come back to you in return. So with higher aspirations and intentions to manifest, you also need to have the courage to execute it, and that's going to be needful in an oil of jasmine. And of course, we're going to have rose, which is the oils of divine love. Because when you are able to do everything with love, the world is your oyster.